Let's go. Okay, welcome back to another episode of CONVOS with KEEGS. This is episode, so if it comes out Friday, it'll be 104.
Damn.
I'm here with Buffalo AF, second time guest on the podcast. How you been, man? It's been a minute since we chatted.
Great. How about you?
Oh, still broke.
Same.
Still trying to do it,
This setup is so sick, though, dude. I'm so jealous. You have a fucking ambulance. It's so sick.
It is odd.
It's like, Bussing with the Boys?
Yeah.
They made a bus. When they started, they literally got a bus in a junkyard.
Oh, damn. It's not even like a functional bus?
They couldn't move it at first. And it was like just in a junkyard. They're like, yo, we're going to buy this and we're going to pay you rent. And like, they just did their podcast from there.
Yeah.
And then eventually they got it to move and Barstool picked them up and whatever. They got a bigger bus and lit it up and put a bunch of signs in it. But this is so sick, dude.
If I were to buy this, do you think that I should decorate it or just kind of keep it as like a fucking straight up ambulance?
I would decorate the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
If it were me, I'd probably take these shelves out, make a little more room, and decorate the shit out of it. But that's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, I would keep this bench. The bench is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's sick. I mean, I would be taking this thing to tailgates. I looked at Brinks trucks.
What are those?
Brinks truck?
Yeah.
Like a
bank truck?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I was trying to buy one, dude. And they're like impossible to find.
I would imagine that.
Old Brinks trucks with like tons of miles on them. I was like looking at them and I was just going to get one like smoked out in like Buffalo AF shit.
Damn.
Just to take the tailgates just because it would be sick. And yeah, I couldn't find a good one for a good deal.
Yeah. Well, if you're actually interested in this ambulance, so my plan right now, I'm moving on Sunday.
You're moving this Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, going to Denver for an undetermined amount of time, but I won't get into all that. Basically, I just want to get a job so I can find an apprenticeship. It's better to do that in Denver than here. My girlfriend lives out there, blah, blah, blah. But I'm coming home for Christmas, and then I was going to decide, would the ambulance make sense to run the podcast out of? Blah, blah,
Probably
blah.
not, honestly.
Yeah. So,
it'd be tough.
But it'd be cool because it gives, the way I think about it, it's like if I want to try and replicate what I did at the studio here in Denver, the rent there is way more and that money is just getting thrown away. So if I were to buy this, like treat it as a monthly rent thing,
right?
And then I can always sell it and make money, But yeah, I don't fucking know.
That's crazy. I know you said like before the 12th or whatever you said, but I didn't know you were moving to Denver. Did you tell me? Maybe I didn't pay attention.
Maybe. I don't know. I forgot when I originally messaged you to do a podcast, and then you were fine. No, this was actually... Oh, I couldn't find a place to record, that's why. And then I messaged you again and said, hey, got an ambulance, so let's rep a pod. But
Let's do it.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of your pods, actually. And one of the ones that really interested me was the real estate one. Was his name Kevin?
Kevin, yeah.
I heard that you are starting to get into real estate a little bit.
Yeah, trying. First house I bought is a duplex, and I'm living in half of it. And then closing on another duplex soon. Closing date's supposed to be Tuesday.
Damn, congrats.
So, yeah, second one, hopefully Tuesday. Probably end up getting pushed back just because I know how banks are.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying. But, yeah. Goal is one a year. That's the goal.
Until you're 35 and then you're a
one
millionaire?
multi-family a year. I don't know about 35. I'll probably end up a couple of years buying like an actual house for myself. But, yeah, it's like, what do I need the space for?
Yeah.
Like right now I'm living in a 3-bedroom. Like, have the basement, have fucking everything, full yard. It's like I don't need any more space.
Yeah.
But,
It seems like that's the trick to become build that generational wealth is one a year for in your 20s to I think like 10 years you're a millionaire.
yeah. One of my old realtors, actually, shout out John. He was on one of the podcasts. He filled in for Dan, actually. He has his own podcast, All Things Red. But he works for a guy in New York City now, and he sent me a clip this morning of his boss like saying like it's the easiest way to become a millionaire is just like buy multifamilies, like try to get one a year until like you have however many, and then just keep grinding. Don't be too stressed over cash flow, like monthly cash flow. Like obviously you gotta be cash flow positive because you gotta make a lot of repairs and stuff, but don't be too stressed over that because shit inflates. Everything inflates over time. So.
Especially now, dude. I feel like we're in such a weird time in the world, and it is hard to make. It's hard to make money, and like being a millionaire now isn't really that crazy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot harder to survive on $1 million now than it was 20 years ago, and then obviously in 20 years from now it's going to be harder to. So on and so forth. But from all my friends that are in the real estate game, they're doing the same thing as you, like trying to do one a year, and those are the only people I know that are, setting themselves up for what their life could look like in 20 years or so.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to be kind of your route, like real estate's your long-term play, and then everything you're doing now could still be long-term, but it definitely won't be like the main thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of people have 401ks or whatever that they're setting aside money in and stuff. It's just like I don't.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm shooting for the real estate game to be, a lot of people say this too and they don't end up doing it, but a lot of people say, oh, these duplexes or multifamilies will be my end game. That'll be my retirement.
Yeah.
Right. And then they're like, oh, we're making so much off rent that we can keep it going.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a double-sided sword. It's like, I don't know, but it is a long-term play. It's kind of like a safety net for me, honestly.
It's a very smart one.
Yeah, because like I could refinance, my first house now, and with the way inflation is going, like probably get a 70 or even a HELOC, get like a $60,000 check and buy another one. But I'm trying to hold on to it and like just thug it out.
Yeah.
Just keep buying with the money I have because I know it's only going to go up.
Yeah.
So
if you refinance, do you have to get a new interest loan?
Yeah.
So your rate that interest, you had...
Right. So the rate I had like a year ago was like 2 point...
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, the rate I have now on the new one is going to be like 6.5 or
Dude,
7.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like and like the monthly payments go up a little bit, yeah, but I would still be cash flow positive on the original place, and it's just like, but like, why do it?
Yeah.
Like
I would keep that fucking.
I don't need to. I mean, if I really need money, that's what I'm saying. The first place is just like a safety net for me because I always have that money if I really, really need it.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, dude, you're inspiring me to get into this shit.
It's a lot of work, dude. It's a lot of work, dude. I spent a lot of nights like on that first place, like doing flooring and molding and like just watching YouTube videos. Like I put it in a dishwasher. I don't look like a handyman. Like fucking putting it in sinks and like doing weird random shit that I just learned on YouTube. I'm just like, fucking, I'm just, figuring it out as I go.
Well, that's what I do for work is like my two buddies who I work for, they buy doubles and South Buffalo, but all around the area, but mostly
They
South
flip 'em?
Buffalo. They flip them sometimes. Like this house right next door to me, we completely gutted that and redid it. And then they flipped that. They didn't want to keep it. But a lot of them they keep. So my daily work is just doing renovations on rentals.
Damn.
So I know that side of things a little bit. I just need to start fucking making money so I
Yeah.
can buy these. But you're doing a lot of shit, man. One of the ones I wanted to talk to you about was the Azuna thing. So are you like helping them with their marketing? Are you full time there? What does that look like?
Yeah, so I help manage their social media. I would say that's my most full-time thing right now. They're doing about 1.1 to 1.2 million a month in sales, and
Holy fuck.
yeah. So like I brought like Dan on board. Dan like from Botchbot. I brought him on board pretty much full time. He left his job, his old job, and then my graphic designer that does all my thumbnails, and like he did like Dion's thumbnails and Dan met him first. Dan met him over PlayStation 10 years ago.
That's crazy.
Right? So Dan met him on PlayStation 3 years ago, and then I met Dan, and then I was like, Dan, like, who does your thumbnails? Like, I need a thumbnail guy. And he introduced me to Brett, who lived in Iowa, right? And I was like I worked with Brett for like a year, and then sorry, I'm trying to map this out in my head. Worked with him for like a year, and then I kind of like Dan started working for Azuna, and then Brett was like, all right, I'll go part-time with Azuna, because he had other stuff going on in Iowa. And then
when did Dan start working for Azuna?
June,
Okay.
I want to say, yeah, a few months ago. And then then I brought Brett like part-time, and I was like, dude, honestly, like, shit's going so fast right now, like, we could probably use it full-time, right? And then I brought it up with the CEO, and he's like, fuck yeah, like, bring him up. So Brett came up for like a Bills game and did like an interview and stuff with the CEO, and got hired. So we fucking flew down. Me and Dan flew down this past Friday.
To Iowa?
Yeah. Stayed with him, and then drove back Sunday morning. We drove back here with a U-Haul full of his shit. And we didn't make it the whole way. We thought we were going to, but the Bills game was on. Yeah. So we stopped in like Michigan, got a hotel, and stayed in a hotel, and then drove back the rest of the way. And now he's up here full time, and he's going to be renting out one of the sides of my next duplex.
Oh, nice. That's huge.
So,
hell yeah. Dude, 1.2 mil a month?
Yeah, around there. Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. We got, like, Azuna has 3 employees. You know the company from Dr. Squatch?
I know that company.
Dr. Squatch.
Yeah.
So we got like 3 employees. 3 of the original like 10 from Dr. Squatch.
Damn.
And now they're working for Azuna almost full time. They all still live out in LA. They're just working remotely.
Gotcha.
And they're pretty much full time web developer, and then a guy that does Google Analytics and influencer stuff, and then the guy that runs our Facebook and Instagram ads.
Nice.
So
I don't know if you want to talk about this because you haven't mentioned it too much on your socials, but you were hinting at getting a new studio or a new office space on like some fucking skyriser in Buffalo.
Yeah.
How's that going? Or can you talk about it?
No, yeah, we can. So it was supposed to be in November 1st. We were supposed to move in there, but the renovations aren't done.
Is this for you only?
No.
Azuna? Okay.
Yeah. So we're like right now, for BotchPod, we're using Azuna Space.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where that set was because that's a cool set.
Appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, shout out Legacy House, but like, it just got to be, like too much when we have our free space to like kind of set up ourselves, and we just went with that, and we're like, fuck it, like we can do this ourselves for free. Might as well do it. And shout out Scott from Azuna, the CEO. He's like, dude, you can fucking sleep in there for all I care. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Nice.
So we were there, and Azuna's moving to Seneca 1 as soon as possible. We were supposed to move in November 1st, and we didn't because they're not done with renovations. But yeah, soon.
Nice. And are you gonna have like your own little BotchPod section, or is it gonna be kind of the same deal?
Yeah, no, we are. It's like, I mean, we'll use it for other stuff, probably.
Yeah.
It's a big space, dude. It's like huge. Like we have a whole like studio section for just like Azuna content, and then we're gonna have like a game room and like fucking like random shit, like just couches and TVs and shit, and then we're just gonna have, a section, like an area, like probably a corner where we do the BotchPod eventually. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Hell yeah. So you're doing Azuna. You're still doing Buffalo AF fucking every goddamn day, dude. Like I told you last podcast, you're the most consistent motherfucker I've ever seen, dude. It's crazy.
You can't beat somebody that don't give up, right?
Dude, that's facts. It's crazy, man. And I also saw that it might have been a few weeks ago, you got your second strike on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean, and how have the videos been going on the tailgates?
Yeah, so we got second strike, and it was weird because it was the intro to all my videos this year, right?
What?
So it was a new intro, because like every year those tailgate videos I do like a new intro, and this is the third season of them, and like it's just like I gotta strike, just as uploading it as a short.
Wow.
So like I uploaded it as a short, and I got a strike for it, and then it was just fucking crazy. But now we're off, so we're good now, and I didn't get any strikes on the first video with that part in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fuck it,
Yeah.
like I just uploaded the new Bills Bucks video on my channel, but we turned the Teef channel, which is Dan's channel, into a Buffalo AF second account.
Mm-hmm.
So like those 2 weeks that I was banned from uploading, we put them on his channel. Eventually I'll upload those back onto the Buffalo AF channel, just as like, backlogs kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But like I won't promote them or anything, but yeah, it was, I was like, dude, gut wrench, dude. I was like,
dude, that's like YouTube.
It sucks.
If you're a YouTuber and you have 2 strikes,
yeah, it sucks,
not good.
Dude. And you're like, yeah, you're literally walking on eggshells at that point,
Yeah.
Like it sucks. But I mean, I think we're good now. I think we're good. I say that, and I'll probably get a strike next week. But
yeah. Have you thought about if you do get a third strike, are you just gonna stay on YouTube on the second channel, or are you gonna kind of go a different way with your content?
I'll probably upload to the second channel, and then also upload to like Rumble.
Dude, you know what I think might be good for you, for Buffalo AF? Because you have such a strong following, and it's like a fucking cult, and you are active as fuck, you could even do like a subscription thing for like fucking $1 a month, and you get access to all the videos, like maybe a discount clothing, something like that. But I feel like you could do it, and people would actually buy it.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that. I mean, I feel like I could charge more than that.
Oh, for sure. I'm just
But,
saying, like, any number.
I don't want to, you know? Like, I want to sell merch. That's my main thing. Like, I want something that people can tangibly buy and wear and use for the rest of your life or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, the content's just there for entertainment,
Gotcha.
you know? But, I mean, I don't disagree. But, yeah, if we get another strike, we'll be on Rumble and we'll be on the second channel until that one gets striked out too. Dan had a couple strikes on his YouTube too, and he gave up.
Jeez.
So, he was doing pranks though. He was doing some wild shit.
Dude, pranks are like, they're so funny and done well. It's the best content ever. I don't know if I could keep a straight face while trying to do a prank.
It's so hard. It's so hard. Just knowing I've done a few videos with them. It's so hard to keep a straight face, but it's so hard to like come up with something new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like come up with something completely new that nobody's ever done. It's so hard because like then you upload clips and you just get roasted on TikTok for like copying somebody else. Like it's stupid. It's like what you got a better idea?
Yeah.
Like, tell me, please.
TikTok comments are ruthless, dude.
Yeah, ruthless.
I posted this one clip about like doing 100 episodes, and you know, I was just saying how it's crazy that I've spoken into a mic 100 different times for about an hour each, and then I compared it to Rogan, who's done over 2,000. It's like that dude has sat down, recorded over 2,000 times for like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then the one comment on there was like, yeah, and I skipped every single episode. I was like, fuck, dude.
Dude, TikTok like won't let you post anything, but they let you comment anything.
Yeah.
Like they'll just let you comment whatever. Like they don't care.
I still don't understand that app, man. I really don't understand. I think I'm just bad at social media, and I need to get better at it. But things that I think would do well don't do well, and then things that I'm like, this is stupid, they always do the best.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking weird.
No, yeah, that always happens. Like it always does. Like
It seems like the more effort you put in, the less people are gonna watch.
yeah,
It's fucking rare.
that's why I always say like upload everything. Like
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. Like I've met so many people that are like, oh, this isn't good enough. This isn't like the fucking text isn't good enough, whatever. Dude, I've seen videos get 100,000 likes and like there's like 5 words that are on the subtitles that are off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they obviously put it into Opus or something and just like whatever, it sucks. But like if it works, it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think about the last few videos I did? I noticed it and I didn't really care. I kind of did what you said and just like post everything, whatever. But editing it on TikTok, and then you can save it obviously, and then posting it to Instagram, but it has that little fucking TikTok thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think that is a big turnoff for videos as a consumer? Or does it not?
I don't think so personally. I think it's more about the content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's actually inside of it. I don't think that really matters. I wouldn't do it personally. If I had to, I would.
Yeah.
Right? But like, I wouldn't do it personally. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's all about like your style. If you want to keep a certain style, then keep that in, keep that out, whatever you want to do. I don't know.
The only reason I like editing them on TikTok is because I like how the captions turn out.
Right.
And my computer is slow as fuck, so editing on Premiere Pro takes so long to transcribe the captions. And then
You used Opus though for a couple
I
clips,
did.
didn't you?
My buddy told me about it. I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy!"
It's fucking sick.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
It's
Yeah,
nice.
that's all we use now.
Damn. Well, it's like $20 for 4 hours or something.
Something like that, yeah.
So it's not horrible. It takes away editing time. But on TikTok, it does like a few little lines, and I liked how that looked. But anyways, I wanted to talk about the tailgates because the Bills haven't been playing well. I don't know their record at home, but how have the tailgates been? And are you getting to that point of the season where you're like dreading the next tailgate?
No, but yes, yeah. It's tailgates have been the same. They never change.
Yeah.
Honestly, like doesn't matter if the Bills are 10-1 or 1-10. Like I feel like the tailgates are pretty much always the same.
Yeah.
And we're always gonna get the same like kind of content out of it. Am I dreading it? No.
The only reason I asked that is because the one year that I did the tailgate videos, I remember like getting later in the season. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you. It's like the Bengals game last year, the last game of the year. I was like, dude, I do not want to do this. That was the one game I was like, dude, I really don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I had to pick up Ronnie Deutsche, who is the fastest drinker alive. And he's from like Massachusetts. I had to go pick him up from a gas station, and he was gonna come tailgate with us. And I was like, I gotta do it.
Yeah.
I gotta do it now. You know, like I was fucked. So there was no stopping that. And yeah, I just fucking went for it. Just had to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. You gotta get yourself in the mood for it.
Yeah.
Reset the camera.
Yeah. What has the craziest thing you've seen at a tailgate this year?
This year?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Any Christmas trees burning yet?
Not yet. Maybe Monday. We're going in the game Monday.
Have you not been going into the games?
Nah.
Just tailgating?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
you
we went to the Thursday night game, last home game. Went into that one. But normally like 9 times out of 10 we just go to tailgate, get footage, and leave.
Yeah.
We just watch the game at home. Like an hour before we just dip out, and everybody hates us because we're leaving, and we gotta run over like fires and fucking grills and like shit on the ground. But yeah, that's sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. I'm not looking forward to it Monday. It sucks. Trust me, it sucks. It's fun in the moment, but it sucks like beforehand. You know, like it sucks like just trying to plan everything out and have everything like lined up. Like, how am I getting home? What are we doing? Like, what are the questions? How many dizzy back clips are we gonna get? Like, it's just like all the shit that goes into it. It's a lot, and people don't think that. People just think like, oh, we're just walking around the tailgate with a fucking camera, trying to catch whatever we can, and like sometimes the videos suck. I'll be honest, dude. Sometimes my videos fucking blow, like they suck, dude. But like it is what it is. We're trying to get the best content we can get, and if you can't catch what you want, it is what it is. Like we can't catch somebody jumping on a table every time. I had my graphic designer jump on a table for me. I bought a table, and I was like, yo, somebody's got to go through this fucking table, dude. It's not gonna be me. And he's like, dude, I'll fucking do it. And I was like, all right. So he hopped on Dan's car, dented the fuck out of it. There's still dents to this day. There's still dents all over his fucking top of his car, and yeah, Brett jumped off of the top of a car through a table. Perfect, by the way. Fucking amazing. Immaculate fucking form. And went right through the table. But yeah, dude, it's tough.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
tough. I've seen less and less table breaks, I feel like.
Are they cracking down? Is that why? Or
No.
are people is that phase over?
I don't think it's over. I think it happens more in winter, honestly, when there's snow on the ground. When there's snow on the ground, people feel safer, so they just fucking do it then.
And they're real banged up.
Yeah.
Because they want to get warm.
Yeah.
Did we play this Monday night against the Jets?
Yeah. Broncos.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's ironic that I'm going to Denver for that.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be in Denver by then.
Yes.
Are you driving this?
No, I'm flying.
Oh. Yeah. I'm going to say that's going to suck.
Yeah. If I do end up buying it, whenever that may be, I will have to drive it back out there. Which would be kind of cool for a little content trip.
Yeah, you could like stop and just fucking sleep on this. And, like,
yeah. I would probably try and put a little, build something that could slide out so I could put a mattress or something.
Yeah.
A little fucking futon. But, dude, the Bills have not been playing well.
No.
What do you think the problem is? And are you nervous? Because I'm fucking nervous.
Yeah, I hate being a fucking armchair GM. You know?
Yeah.
I hate being that guy because I don't know as much as those guys. Even Ken Dorsey, who everybody talks shit on, I don't know as much as him. He knows more than me.
Yeah.
But from a spectator standpoint, I will say I think they're trying purposely to slow the offense down.
Yeah.
A little bit. And like hold the ball more. And that's just like a philosophical like thing. Like I believe the offense should be trying to score as much as possible, as fast as possible.
Like the hurry up offense that we've been doing?
Right. Like up tempo. Like they completely stepped away from like up tempo unless they're down and like in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Like they really haven't like had that offense unless they're in the fourth quarter and down.
Yeah.
So I feel like they need to be doing that all the time, trying to score as much as possible, as fast as possible. But again, I'm just a fucking spectator. I think they need to give James Cook the ball more.
Yeah, dude, he's been balling.
Yeah.
Dude, Deion's been balling too.
Deion's doing well. Yeah, he's doing really well.
I saw that one clip of him. He was on, what's that Cincy defensive lineman, McPherson? McGovern?
Yeah.
Deion was piecing him up.
You said D lineman?
No, I'm saying Deion against him.
Yeah, McPherson.
Yeah, there was like some clip of like a majority of the plays from that game, and Deion was on him.
Yeah. I was with Deion 2 days ago, and he was saying that Cincy guy he's top notch, like one of the best in the league. Like he's tough.
Yeah.
But Deion's been doing really well, and as he should. Like he wants to fucking get his new contract. I doubt I'll ever see this, but he wants to get that new contract.
Of course,
bro, better be working. You know? So,
dude, I can't believe our defense is still like figuring it out because I
can though because there's so many injuries, dude. So many injuries. Like so many injuries. It's
season enders too.
Yeah, it's tough to watch.
It is. Do you think that there's been? To me, it seems like in the NFL as a whole, there's been more season-ending injuries in what are we, week 9? We're week 10 now.
Yeah, week 10 coming up.
Yeah. I feel like there's been more season-ending injuries by week 10 than there ever has been before.
Probably. I mean, like I know the London game. They said it was like playing on cement.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Like, and what they did for that game was they rolled in fucking grass, like on steel plates.
Oh.
So it's like fake grass.
Yeah.
Apparently, like just on steel plates. Like it was worse than like AstroTurf. They said like just.
Fuck that.
And I'm sure Germany is probably the same way. Like I don't get it.
They just don't know how to.
I don't get it. Like we had so many players hurt that game against Jacksonville. Like it makes sense, but like why the fuck would you do that? Like, why are you doing that? Why are you just rolling in grass? Like I don't know. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Do you think Rodgers comes back this year?
If they make playoffs.
That would be crazy, dude.
If they make playoffs, he will, but if not, no.
That's a good point. The odds of them making playoffs without him are probably slim, especially because the AFC right now is.
Shout out Zach Wilson though. I will, and you know me, I'm not a Jets fan at all, but he's been holding it down, bro. I'll give credit where credit is due. Like, he's been holding it down. He's been doing his thing. I mean, as much as he can with the resources he's provided. Like, he's doing all right. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on the guy completely.
No, I mean, I agree with you. What are they, 4-5 now?
Something like that.
I thought they were gonna go 1-16 after Rodgers left.
Yeah.
So, yeah, their defense is no joke.
That's the main thing holding them together is their fucking defense. But
yeah. But the AFC right now, like, we basically have to, assuming the Dolphins, let's just say the Dolphins win out, hypothetically, and we win out, we get the division because we have 2 against them, right? Or we would have a higher record anyways because we have the same record now if we beat them. But let's say the Dolphins win out, we lose a few, we get a wild card. So now we have to play an extra game, and it's all away. So, dude, I'm nervous. I'm real nervous because our schedule's fucking brutal.
it's brutal coming up. Yeah, I mean, nobody should be comfortable.
No.
You know, like, nobody should be comfortable with that schedule coming up. But it is what it is. If they don't get their fucking shit together, you know. I'm used to it, bro. So, I mean, I know you are too. Like, 17 years of being an actual Bills fan. There's a lot of fucking Twitter motherfuckers out there that are fake Bills fans. Like, they can't even name fucking 2 offensive linemen. Bro, no misogynistic shit. Most of them are females. But, like, I mean, dude, there's people that literally can't name like 5 players that are starting. And, like, dude, we've been following the team since fucking 20 years ago, you know? So, it's like nothing new to me. It sucks when they lose because, like, obviously, like, Buffalo have, like, sales hurt. Like, they're not as good as if they win.
Dude, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That's why I'm not making this, like, my full-time thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. Like, some people do, and I'm like, you're fucking You're dumb.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, dude, if this team goes to shit, your business goes to shit. Like, what are you doing? You can't make this into a real business.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Maybe 5-10 years you can, but, like, after that, what are you going to do? You know? And I realize that. Like, I'm just, like, it is what it is. I'm going to have fun while I can.
Yeah.
And whatever. But, yeah, dude, I'm used to fucking losing. It is what it is. Like, people get literally let it affect their entire day.
Yeah.
And I get it. But, like,
it's
I'm like, every time they lose, I just think back to the 17 years that we were, like, fucking 1-10, like, at a certain point, and, like, just, it's like, fuck. Another Bills loss. It is what it is. Like, it is what it is, dude. Yeah. I'll go get a Marshawn Lynch jersey fucking for $10. It's stitched. Like, I don't care. It is what it is, dude.
That didn't even cross my mind that sales go down. It makes sense, though.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
so,
no.
Dude, have you thought about what you're going to do? I mean, this is down the line. Let's pray to God it happens. Bills go to the Super Bowl. You're going to be, like, at the top of the top for sales you've ever done. Have you thought about designs already? Or, like,
for a Super Bowl?
For Super Bowl.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, we've done a couple, like, AFC East, like Beast of the East Championship,
Yeah.
like whatever, stuff like that. So I mean, we come up with stuff pretty quick. It's not.
Gotcha.
It's not really top of the list. Like,
Priority.
you know, I'm just still worrying about November drop.
Yeah.
right now. Like, just trying to figure that out. That's first on the list, but yeah.
How often are you dropping clothes?
Normally every month. So every month I do a like collection of shit. Like usually at least one hat design and a hoodie and a shirt, or a couple shirts. But it depends on what I'm dropping, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like this one was obviously designed after like the Drake for all the dogs,
Mm-hmm.
and designer came up with it, and I was like, dude, yeah. Fuck yeah. So we did pre-order with just shirts, and then I'm sorry to the people that ordered the shirts. It took like 2 weeks for me to fucking actually get them and ship them out, but
well,
it
they're
was-
pre-orders, so that's,
right, but like people don't read the fine print kind
Okay,
of thing,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And it is what it is. But initially, I was thinking I was gonna go DTG, which is like a different place, because I'm like, this is 3 colors.
Mm.
I'm not gonna be able to screen print this because they have minimums. So I'm like, fuck, like I'll just put it on pre-order. And I like sold so many, I was like, shit, I might as well just fucking get some hoodies and crew necks too. Like,
Yeah.
so I got a bunch of hoodies and crew necks, no shirts left of these, but just hoodies and crew necks. And
Hell yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
That once a month that's a lot.
it's a lot to get like a full lineup. I stepped away from, like, originally I was really into you know, I did the shotgun tools, I did light up like broken table lamp
Mm.
that was 3D printed
Damn.
that I got from this guy, and those sold out. But like I was doing a bunch of like different like weird shit. I did candles this year, they didn't go that well. I don't know, I did a lot of different shit in the past, and it's like people just want t-shirts and hoodies.
Yeah. Have you and Azuna thought about doing a collab in that way?
It's tough.
Yeah. Because it's corporate?
Legal shit. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Because Azuna is the official sponsor of
Oh, I forgot
the
about
Buffalo
that.
Bills.
Okay.
Soon, the Sabres, the Milwaukee Bucks,
Damn.
Ohio State Buckeyes, all sports.
Those would be some.
That's about all I can say right now, but yeah. Yeah.
I'm assuming you're probably going to be going on some trips for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
New York Giants, too. Oh, I forgot the New York Giants.
Hell yeah.
Official odor eliminator of the New York Giants, Buffalo Bills, Sabres, and Milwaukee Bucks.
And the owner's from Buffalo, right?
Yeah, he had a bunch of different companies before, kind of a serial entrepreneur, and this is his first like e-commerce, like strictly e-commerce business, and yeah, it's been crushing it so far. So
Hell yeah. So dude, you got so many different lanes you're occupying right now. You got Buffalo AF, Zuna, real estate, Botch Pod. Are you still doing stuff with Dion? Are you still doing social media management?
yeah, we're still doing stuff with Dion. It's just kind of at his discretion though.
Yeah.
Like whenever he needs it, we're there.
Yeah.
Like I told you before, like we were there Monday doing stuff. He's got a hat dropping, this hat, and
That's
like
a
3
dope
others dropping at New Era on Monday. So we're just over there getting content for that. But like, I'm trying to think what else.
Because that's 5 already.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
there's more.
Jeepers, man.
But like, I don't know. Yeah.
Workhorse.
No, my head's spinning. My head's fucking spinning, dude. 24/7. Like I can't go to
Dude.
sleep unless I have like some sort of sedative or fucking booze in my system. Like I
Yeah.
can't, like, cause I go to sleep sober, like completely sober, nothing in my system. I go to sleep and I can't go to sleep because I'm just laying there on my pillow like, fuck, I forgot to do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And there's a million things going on. And it's like, I end up getting, 4 hours of sleep a night. And,
Fuck.
yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. I've never really said that out loud, but it's fucking brutal, dude. I'm fucking running.
You're still going. I just watched your last podcast. You're still going to the gym every morning.
Every morning, yeah.
I mean,
I wake up at like 4:35.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What time do you go to bed?
Midnight usually. Yeah.
Dog.
I'm here right now, aren't I? Drinking on a fucking Wednesday?
Yeah.
Like, I'll be at the gym fucking on the treadmill at 6 at least.
Holy shit,
But
man.
I'll wake up at 5 and fucking get some water and coffee in my system and then thug it out,
Because you've been doing it for so long, do you think now it's just like automatic? Like, you don't even think about,
That's a trick, dude.
I don't want to go or not.
That's the trick. For people out there listening, like people always look for motivation.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about this on the last podcast. You just need fucking discipline.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you need. You need to get past the point of motivation and just be like, fuck, man. Like, you need to feel shit about yourself. Like, I feel like there's like a motivation period where you're like going every day, like feeling good about yourself and like doing all the things you should be doing. And then you like drop off for like a week and you just feel like shit about yourself.
Yep.
And then you get back on it and you're like, I just need to do it. I just have to. Like, this is my thing now. This is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I do a fucking hour workout in the morning, sauna for 10 minutes, ice bath for 6, and then I get to work.
That's nuts.
Every single day.
How long have you been?
Not every single day. I'm sorry. Saturday and Sunday I don't.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday I take off. But
how long have you been doing that routine, you think?
Probably about 6 months, I'd say.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I don't know the specifics of this, and definitely something to fact check me on, but I would look into the effects of taking your cold plunge post-workout.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
What are because as far as I know, from what I've heard, it's better to do them before the workout because after, like, your muscles contract and you want to let your muscles kind of breathe.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to grow. Like, I'm not trying to get big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I went through that period too. Like, but it helps recovery. It helps burning calories. Like, you burn calories at like 3 times a faster rate when you're in the cold ice bath or whatever. But it's also a dopamine thing.
Yep. Huge.
So I don't know. I always do it after. It's just easier because, like, I go to the gym and then, sweat a fuck ton, then go to the sauna, sweat even more, and then I go in the ice bath and, get fucking shivering cold and then take a hot shower after that. But, like, yeah. I'm not really a fucking scientist. I just fucking do it. Honestly, more for me is like mental discipline. It's just fucking getting it done every day. That like sets my fucking day straight. Where like, if I gotta get something done, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I'm a big proponent of like cold therapy. I do cold showers every morning.
Okay.
And specifically for like, because I have ADHD, like, this is something I don't typically talk about just because I feel like with ADHD gets thrown around a lot.
Mm.
And people who don't have it sometimes say that they do have it. And people who don't have it and don't understand what it is, they just think it's like, they don't think it's real. And, people take Adderall and Ritalin and all that recreationally who don't have it. So I try not to. I just have a weird fucking relationship with talking about it. Regardless, so I have ADHD. Like, I would say pretty severely. It affects me a lot every single day.
Yeah.
But cold therapy is one of the things that a lot of people with ADHD do to get that dopamine. Because essentially, if you have it, it's harder for your brain to produce dopamine. So things like your day, it can show up as depression, anxiety, et cetera, et cetera.
Random question.
Okay.
How much do you jerk?
How much do I jerk?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like,
you know what I mean? How much do you jerk?
I would say
how many times a week?
It depends when I'm with my girlfriend or not.
Okay.
Because my girlfriend lives in Denver, so
right.
when I'm with her, like, not often.
Yeah.
But when I'm not with her, I would say as much. I don't want to go TMI, but I'll tell you, and then I'm gonna cut it. But
I've been trying to hold back.
Yeah, dude, huge thing for
testosterone.
Yeah.
Right. So but we were just on, fucking 13-hour car ride.
Yeah.
I was just on a 13-hour car ride with my boys, and they're talking like, oh, dude, they're like so horny. Dude, I'm like, bro, I'm good, dude. I'm in a car with two stinky ass dudes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. Like, I don't fucking, I don't gotta do all that. Like,
yeah. I'm
not feeling it. And like, I'm not gonna say names, but like, dudes are like, fucking, fuck, I could bust one right now. I'm like, that's gay, but okay. Like, what the fuck? And it's just like crazy. But like, I feel like the ice baths, going back to the cold therapy stuff, I feel like that really helps me, like, not as much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I try to stay away from it, like, in general, but like, I feel like the ice baths and, not gonna lie, the booze.
Yeah.
Also, probably lowers the testosterone. That's why it happens. But like, the ice baths, like, just because of the routine schedule of like doing it, like, I'm like, like, I gotta fucking get the ice in the bath, and I like gotta get in before it fucking melts and like do all this shit. I'm like, I don't have time to fucking get it out, get the seed out. So I'm just like, whatever. I just don't do it as much. But I went Lent last year.
Hell yeah.
The entire Lent. I don't even know how long it is. 2 months?
That's a long time.
Something like that. That was the hardest thing I ever did, I think. That was the hardest thing I ever did, dude. Without jerking, fucking entire Lent. Bro, that was tough. That was hard.
Isn't it weird to think of it in a macro sense of like just humans, what we are? We're made to reproduce. And when we don't let it out, it's like we just, especially guys, we're just like,
brutal, dude. I looked at a lampshade one time and got a boner. Like, it's fucking hard, dude. It's hard. I didn't know what to do. I was like struggling myself, honestly. That was the hardest thing I ever did, but I completed it. Damn,
bro. Was it a very big relief when you finally did?
Dude, I could have put a hole in drywall. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad, yeah. No, yeah.
Oh,
I gave it up for Lent, though. Shout out God. Fucking
yeah, dude.
Shit was given up. And I think this Lent I'm going to do alcohol. I probably need to.
That's dope. I actually, in your last podcast, the title of it was How is Sober October for Dan or something.
Yeah. Dan gave up alcohol for the entire month of October, and I'm so impressed with him.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to you, Dan. That's dope.
Shout out to Dan. We had fucking box seats at a Sabres game with unlimited booze. Like, we had so many like little parties and shit like that we went to for like, like, I don't know, just Dion shit or fucking Benny shit, whatever it was. Like, we had so much shit with just booze.
Yeah.
Like, just free booze in front of us, and games, like we had free tickets to a Bills game, and like there was just so much booze in front of him, and he denied it all, dude.
That's amazing, man.
He fucking did it. I'm so impressed with him. It's not even funny. So, yeah, Lent this year, I think I'm probably going to try. I'm going to try. I'm not going to say I'm going to do it on camera, but I'm going to try.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to try. I think that's the next step. Because if I gave up the fucking nut for the entire Lent, I think I can give up booze for the entire Lent.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What I've been doing, so I had 2 weddings back to back in September and got banged up for both of them. And I'm not a big drinker anyways, but those 2 weddings ruined me. So I've decided that I'm going to go sober in the way that, like, we're having a drink right now on the podcast. I don't count podcast drinks.
Me either.
Yeah. So, like, you know, I'm not going to, if my buddy wants to have a beer after work, or we were just working on our old baseball coach's house, he offered us a beer. So I'm, like, not going to say no to that. But as far as getting drunk, having more than 2 drinks, I'm trying to cut that shit out. Just because the hangovers for me are brutal, dude.
How old are you?
23. I had to think about
You're
that.
only 23?
Yeah, 23.
Damn. Yeah, I feel like once I hit 25, it was just downhill.
Yeah.
It was bad with the hangovers, dude. It was just once I hit 25, because I'm 26 right now.
Yeah.
But like once I hit 25, it was just bad, dude. It, like hangovers last 2-3 days. Like, and I say that in front of older people, and they're like, dude, no way. You know?
Yeah, I mean, when I first started feeling my hangovers more was fucking 21. I don't know. I think I might be a little allergic to alcohol. Sorry, I just gotta start this timer again.
You're good.
Because my mom doesn't do well with alcohol now. She has like fucking 2 drinks and she's hammered.
Yeah.
So I think it might be a little bit genetic, and I have a lot of alcoholics in my family, so my body definitely reacts to alcohol differently. But yeah, when I turned 21, man, I noticed that the hangovers were getting a lot worse than they were in high school and my 1 year of college. So, and back to like the ADHD thing, like alcohol is a depressant, and it's exactly how it sounds. It makes you depressed, brings your dopamine even lower. So for someone like me, it brings it like way down, and then I have no motivation for anything. So, yeah, limiting that. I've been using CBD more. I still smoke weed, and those are like my vices, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah. I feel like I've seen a lot of people go through weed addictions in my lifetime, and I've told you this before, I got a super addictive personality, but
Me too.
like I stayed away from weed. I've never smoked weed, mainly because I saw the addictive personality at an early age, luckily, and like, you know, stayed away from weed. But like I've seen people around me like be on, I don't know, like not even like degenerate smoking. Well, some. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, some like just like they need to smoke to eat.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And like I've seen those people, and it's like it fucking ruins their lives. Like they're just constantly like needing to smoke. If they can't smoke, they can't do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even when they like just in general, like from a bird's eye view, like they're just less motivated to do shit. You know? So like I felt like weed was like kind of a scary thing for me, because like I wanted to accomplish a lot of shit, and like also I had an addictive personality. That was 2 things, and I was like, dude, fuck it, I'm just not gonna smoke. But I said this before, probably somewhere
on the podcast, your last podcast.
First blunt I take,
Yep.
it's gonna be from Benny, and
That'll
we're
be
still
dope.
working on it.
Hell yeah.
A year later,
Oh,
we're still
yeah.
working on it. Dude, he said so many times that he's going to come on the pod, and we're still working on it. He's like...
Couldn't imagine he's a busy man.
He's cool, but he's busy, yeah.
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 You know, Rogan didn't start smoking weed till he was like 30.
Really?
Yeah.
Might be me.
Hey, man. You never know.
You never know.
You might love it.
But I feel like Rogan made it at 30. You know what I'm saying? Like he pretty much like was like,
yeah, he had money.
I fucking
for
made
sure.
it. You know, like if this affects me in any negative way, it doesn't matter. I fucking made it.
Well, you're a disciplined dude in pretty much in business, in going to the gym, cold water therapy, which is like if you don't do it every day, you don't know how fucking hard it is because it sucks balls. But you're disciplined enough to where I don't think weed would ruin you. You might not like it, but if you do like it and you do it every day, I don't think it's gonna ruin your life. Just because you're like, you got your shit set. You know what
I don't think it would, but I just don't want anything to like hinder that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I mean, I guess alcohol kind of probably does. But like,
I would argue it does it worse.
Yeah. It doesn't do any good, you know?
Yeah.
But like, alcohol for me, like, I'm not a talkative person. I know it probably seems like it because I'm on this podcast fucking drunk.
And you have a podcast.
And I have a podcast.
And a content channel.
But like, if you notice on my podcast, I have to have a drink with me at all times.
Mm.
Like, I need that fucking blocker for my frontal cortex to like go away for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just like, then I can actually ask questions that are, you know, I don't know. I'm super quiet. If you catch me completely sober, I'm quiet as can be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain it.
I'm the same way though, because the most amount of talking I do is on podcasts, but out in public and shit, like I'm the guy sitting in the corner.
Yeah, like if you know somebody but you like don't really know them, you're not gonna be like, "Yo, what's up, dude?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you're just gonna be like,
"Yeah,
keep it moving."
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how I am.
Exactly.
So
I like weed because, like, don't get me wrong, I like having a good time every once in a while, going out with my friends and, you know, getting a little banged up and being silly, just dance and have fun. I like weed though because it makes me think creatively for one, but also internally, if that makes sense. Like I have conversations with myself about how I can improve and whatever. And on alcohol, like I don't think I'm doing that. You know.
No, this is the one thing that I like makes me want to smoke weed. Is like I feel like a lot of creative people just smoke weed a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like I get stuck a lot creatively, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like, you know what I mean? I got to turn to other people for just ideas.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that gets me stuck a lot, and that's the only reason that I want to do like smoke weed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
You could try CBD first.
I've had CBD gummies. Shout out Blazy Susan. We had Blazy Trey on a podcast one time. Fucking shout out Legacy House. One of their cameras didn't record.
I remember you told me.
Yeah, so we couldn't even post the episode because we were fucked. But I felt bad for him. He's a great dude. He gave us like a huge bag full of shit, like pre-rolls, like just joints, like joint papers, like merch, everything. And I was like, dude, I'll take these CBD gummies. Like, okay. Yeah. So sometimes, like I told you, like when I'm sober and I can't like go to sleep, like I'll take some of those CBD gummies and just like it'll help me pass out.
Does it chill you out at all?
It does a little bit. It takes like hour and a half for it to like fully digest, and it'll just mainly like, I don't want to say put me to sleep. It doesn't put me to sleep, but like it'll help me like just focus on going to sleep.
Dude,
if that makes sense.
Same exact way.
Yeah. Like instead of thinking about other shit, like I'll take 2 of those gummies and I'll just be like, all right, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
And I'm out.
I have these one now. They have a little bit of ginseng, I think it's called, and ashwagandha. Yeah. So it's like X amount CBD, X amount whatever the fuck it is, an X amount ashwagandha, and they have been a fucking lifesaver for me because I deal with a lot of anxiety and
So you said you're ADHD. Do you
Yeah.
take Adderall or?
I don't think I've ever
Ritalin?
said it.
You don't have to.
No.
You can cut this out. I don't care.
Yeah,
What?
I do.
Okay.
It have you ever taken it?
Adderall?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
So this is interesting. What does it do for you, and how do you feel on it? Then I'll tell you how
So like first time I heard of Adderall was like probably 9th grade. Like some kid was on it. I was like, dude, like I know a bunch of kids that could fucking buy this. Like,
Yeah.
let me buy a whole fucking bottle off you. He's like, all right. So I was reselling it, and then I was like, dude, let me make sure this is actually Adderall, right? So I fucking took it myself. There were 30 XRs.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, buzzing. I took a physics test, got a 98. I was the first one done, went through a whole pack of gum. Whole pack of gum. I literally chewed a whole pack of gum. Fucking, it was just out of my mind. And I got a 98, and I was not good in physics. So I was like,
Damn.
Guess it works. You know? And little secret for the pod here. Fucking last season, I was doing, I don't know what they were, like 20s or something. I don't know. I was taking Adderall before every home game that I was filming too.
Nice.
Not this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, it gets me hyped up. Like
Yeah.
it gets me fired up. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm ADHD, but I also feel like I'm brain dead. So, yeah, Adderall gets me like just awake. I feel like just like gets the brain fog from the fucking alcohol gone. And I can like booze, get the frontal cortex like fucking clear, and then have the Adderall like to like fucking just get me awake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting. Very interesting.
It's weird.
So for me, the first time I took it, for the first time in my life, I remember, well, I should say the first week, because taking it consistently, the effects of taking it for your first time versus consistently changes. It was the first time in my life where I was like, is this what normal people feel like every day? Because it calmed me down. I didn't have as many racing thoughts. I could just like, basically my life felt calmer as opposed to amped up. So when I took it for that first week, I was like, whoa, like this feels normal. It feels like I should, this is what people without ADHD feel like, and it also kind of gave me a little sense of peace of mind knowing that like I wasn't wrong in my thoughts and like why am I different, why can't I do this that someone else can, why am I feeling depressed and anxious all the time, why can't I stop my fucking head from racing. And then I took it, I was like, whoa, this is a whole different, I'm calm now, I can focus, blah 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 blah. But that was about a year and a half ago. And now I'm getting to a point where I want to try to stop taking it for probably weird reasons. Like, I think the stigma behind ADHD and taking medication and just the I guess, societal kind of ideology behind it, there's still a part of me that feels guilty for taking medication,
Yeah.
So I want to try and see what life would, if I can manage life without it. But there's this one brain doctor that's pretty active on social media. He talks about specifically ADHD and the effects on the brain, benefits of medication, benefits of not having it. And he says, like, if you're kid or if you're an adult and you actually have ADHD and you have the hereditary gene that gives it to you, or it's definitely genetic because my mom has it too. And he said if you basically deny your kid of medication because you don't want them to be on it, but they have it, it's like denying your kid glasses. Like if your kid can't see, if you're not going to give them glasses, you're affecting their life. Like they should be able to see, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's basically like if nothing else is working and you deny your kid medication, they're living without glasses. They're blind living without glasses, you know. So I'm a little nervous about it, but we'll see.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I feel like you're grown enough though, where you could try it and it won't like super affect anything. You know what I mean? Like, if you went a few days or whatever, I don't know what your deal is, but like if you went like a few days or a week or whatever it is without it and like just to see how it felt.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you could, I don't know.
The CBD gummies is the other thing because when I discovered these.
Can I pour another one, by the way?
Sorry. Of course, dude. Yeah. Have as much as you want. The CBD gummies have been kind of the thing that's like, okay, I can take these gummies every day instead of the Adderall because this is also calming me down, making my racing thoughts a little more easily digestible, I guess.
Right.
And, you know, maybe that could be my way of self-medicating in a way. But I also don't take that much. Like, I take 10 milligrams every day, which, you know, I know people that are prescribed 40 a day. And I think 40 is your max. But 10 a day isn't terrible.
10 of Adderall?
10 milligrams, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, yeah, I feel like if you really want to get off of it, I mean, there's ways around it, I feel like. But
totally. Weed's another thing.
I don't know. I just don't know what it's like to be, you know, super ADHD. I always thought I was ADHD, but I'm not. I'm definitely not.
Well, you have some traits about you that for a person with ADHD helps a ton, like your routine to go to the gym every day. Basically, from my understanding and my experience with it, routine, exercise, creativity, diet, sleep, all those things need to be in fucking order. If they're not, my brain goes fucking buck wild. So You definitely have, I'm not saying you are, but like, let's say you do it down the line. If you go to a doctor and you're struggling with something, they say like, oh, you actually have ADHD. I wouldn't be surprised because you do exercise every day and it helps you. You do have that routine that helps you, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, at a younger age, I feel like I always had it, but like as I grow up, I feel like I don't now.
You can definitely grow out of it too.
Right. And I feel like, now I'm more in kind of a routine, I feel like, so it does help a little bit, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it is it's a weird, I don't want to call it mental illness, but it's definitely a weird thing because how many people do you know that just toss it around like I'm ADD, I have ADHD? Does that ever happen to you?
I mean, people don't really admit that, you know, like they don't really like say that out loud, but probably I probably know 5 to 10 people, I would say,
who toss it around or who actually have it.
Well, like the people that know me enough to like say, yeah, I have ADHD.
Gotcha.
You know, like if you just meet somebody like or you work with somebody that they're not gonna just like say, yeah, I have ADHD.
Yeah.
Also, like I feel like I've met people that are like, holy fucking ADHD, and they'll never say they have ADHD. Like they've never seen a doctor, they don't know.
Yeah.
You know, but they're just fucking doing shrooms and fucking weed and booze, and they just.
It's all a form of self-medicating, man. Because
I also know people that are like holy fucking ADHD that are off of everything.
yeah,
That will just completely deny that they have it anymore. But they're interesting characters, man. I love hanging around them.
bro.
Conversation never dies,
Dude.
It never dies.
Bro, people, that is like the one thing that I do love about it is like I will never be short of ideas. And when I told my friend when I first started taking medication, and I was like, "Whoa, I got it," and he's like, "Yeah, no shit, dude. You like I've known for years."
Yeah.
But yeah, the ideas never stop, man. And like
Wish I had that.
you said,
I say that now, but yeah, I don't know.
well, you have trouble going to bed because you got so many things you're thinking about.
Yeah, like things I need to do though, not like ideas that pop into my head. Like I when I have ideas that pop into my head, like it'll be in the shower while I'm taking a piss or shit or something,
Mm.
and I'll write it down. Like I just write it down, but like I'm not to the point where I'm like laying in bed where I'm like, oh my god, I have so many fucking ideas that would make me rich or whatever. You know, like I'm not that guy. I'm like, fuck, I didn't do this or that. I didn't fucking take down my fucking receipts from that place and like whatever for accounting. You know what I mean? Like just stupid bullshit that is always on my mind.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about lightening your load a bit? And
No, I always bite off more than I can chew.
me too. But
I have thought about it.
You're a good example of the good that can come from it. I'm a good example of the bad that can come from it because I bit off more than I can chew and it fucked me. So now I'm trying to do the opposite.
Am I the good though? I don't know. I'm getting 4 hours of sleep, dude, and I'm fucking stressing every single night.
Okay, I should say from a business standpoint.
Okay.
Like as an entrepreneur that you are, you're hitting a lot of different lanes. You're very consistent in everything. So from a business standpoint, you biting off more than you can chew is probably a good thing. But when you take into consideration your health and your sleep, especially, it might be hurting you a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of why I asked. Like, have you ever thought about lightening the load? Because then, with that time, you could say, okay, not get 4 hours of sleep. Let's try and get 7. And then just do all the other shit you're gonna do 10 times better.
Yeah, I will say 2023. One thing I realized is that I got to start delegating a little bit.
As in projects.
Just like certain things that need to be edited, certain things that need to be posted. Like, we had an intern this summer for the first time for like Buffalo F stuff. Like, he was helping out with like posting and doing shit. And it's like I moved graphic designer up to Buffalo.
You're making serious moves.
And Dan has been helping me a ton. Like, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at without Dan and Brett, my videographer and graphic designer. Like, I would be nowhere near where I'm at right now without them. And I think I realized that, like, you just got to delegate some stuff, and it comes through friendships, obviously, but like there's some friends that are just like, how are you gonna help me, dude? Like, you're not gonna help me. And no, not in a selfish way, but like because I have plenty of friends that are just like doing their own thing, and it's just like, I love you, you know what I'm saying, but like, you're not gonna do business with me. But then like you find the motivated people that are like, dude, how can I help? Like, how can I do this? Like, what can I do for you? And you find those people, and it sometimes things might not turn out exactly how you want or exactly when you want, but you gotta delegate that shit because it took them 4 hours of your time that it would have
Totally.
took you, you know. So I don't know. That was the one thing from this year that I think I learned that really helped a lot is you gotta delegate and kind of move forward with it.
Yeah. So I totally agree, and my goal is to eventually get.
By the way, let me cut you off real quick.
Okay.
Me and Dan.
Yeah.
I told him that I was doing this tonight, and I was like, dude, I gave Kellen so many props for doing this by himself, bro. And we looked at each other and we were like, dude, like I said to him, I was like, dude, Botch Pod wouldn't be a thing if I didn't know you. And he's like, dude, it wouldn't be a thing if I didn't know you. And it's like we like literally need each other for that thing to survive. You doing it by yourself, literally, camera, everything, mics, and it's fucking major props to you.
I appreciate it, man.
I give you so many props for doing this on your own. Like, it's so sick. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good.
But
this is podcasting is one of the things that I love, and I've done over 100 episodes now, and haven't seen.
Which is also crazy, by the way.
It is a lot.
100 episodes. That's.
You guys are coming up on it.
We're
We gotta-
at 80 something. Yeah.
You're coming up. Any big plans for 100?
No, not 100. We're still working on whatever this week is.
Yeah.
We got a few lined up for this week. Like, there's a lot of ex-Bills players and current Bills players that we're trying to get for this week, but I don't know if they're going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying, but it is what it is. Anyway.
But yeah, what I was saying is like, this is, I love this shit, and I haven't made a dime on this podcast. I don't get many views on majority of the episodes, and for some reason, well, I know why, but I'm still doing it, and I'm not consistent with it. I'm trying to be more consistent with it. I got a buddy that we do every week, and then I'll have guests in the ambulance now. But I just love doing it, man. I don't think I'll ever stop. I don't do it for the views. Like, I do it because I love having conversations with people, especially like people like you, people like my buddy Austin, who you saw. Just people that are doing shit, because it's more than the views for me. It's like I want to talk to people. I want to learn. I want to get inspired.
Sure. Yeah.
Fuck, where were we going with that before? What was I saying?
I don't know, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Fuck, I don't remember. But
it was something about Botchbot, I feel like, but
oh fuck,
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Anyways, yeah, dude.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say.
Alright. Hit me with it.
So you were talking about delegating.
Yeah.
And my goal eventually is to do that, but right now I'm at a place where like I need to make money any way I can.
Yeah.
So going to Denver to get a job, look for an apprenticeship, but focus on making money and being able to eventually delegate, because I've realized that I work much better in a team when there's more people collaborating. And I guess it goes back to like loving podcasting. I just love passing ideas off and trying to figure something out. And like I just said in the ADHD conversation, my mind has ideas constantly, dude. So if anyone were to just give me a topic, I could like
ramble.
Dude, I could ramble and pull out a business plan with content ideas like no problem.
Yeah. So
I really want to stay, like I told you a little bit ago, I was like, if you ever need any work, let me know. I'm going to try and do that in Denver as well, because I want to be around creative people. I want to collaborate. I want to figure out ideas, produce content, produce different forms of art, etc. And being able to delegate is how you do that. And, it costs money to pay the people, but in the end, you're going to get a better product and a better result, because you have so many eyes kind of combing over every idea, making sure that this works.
Working on it, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's a great realization that you've come to, because it's only gonna make your business better in every aspect.
Right. I think it's a constant struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Reset the cameras.
Yeah, this is the one.
Sorry, I'm overstaying my fucking welcome here.
No, dude. We can go as long as we want. Also, if you have to piss, just go outside.
Okay. Delegating.
Yeah, so you're the realization that you've come to, it's only gonna make your business better, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it can and it can't.
You got to get
You
the
know
right
what I mean?
people,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know.
Because you get the wrong people,
Very-
that fucks you.
Right. It's
Yeah,
very hit or miss. But yeah, I feel like, I mean, anything is better than nothing. You know what I mean? Like, all right, for example, you got 10 social media pages, right? And you have trouble keeping up with 2 of them,
Yeah.
right? And like 2 of them, like, you can hire somebody to like just send content your way that can just be reposted. It's like, fuck yeah, dude, like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, I don't know, trying to build a brand, like if you're really trying to make like original content and like build a brand of something that's a little bit more serious, then like, yeah, delegating gets a little more tough, right? You gotta have everybody on the same page. But
That's the beauty of it, though. Building a team that is all focused and motivated and all in on the one goal, you know.
right.
Like, that's where the big, I mean, not big companies, I mean, the big ideas really come to life. And I've realized that because I've bitten off way more than I could chew with Lonely Cowboy, thinking that I can do every job that needs to get done to get the goal I want. For example, the documentary that I want to do, I realized that there's no possible way I can do it alone. Like, there's just no way, because in my head, the way I want the documentary to go, I need to get interviews from so many different people. I need someone filming content at schools, phone calls with people to get scholarships done, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And those are just a few things that come to mind.
How does like moving to Denver affect the Lonely Cowboy like dream?
It propels it, for sure. Denver is a very artist-driven city.
Yeah.
There's a ton of tattoo artists. And a big reason why I'm moving out of Buffalo, for family reasons, just because I don't want to see, like, I don't talk to my dad's side of the family.
Yeah.
They all live here.
Yeah.
And the anxiety of being here, like thinking about getting a job at a restaurant, running into someone I don't want to run into. That's part of the reason. The other reason is Buffalo just doesn't seem like the place that would consume Lonely Cowboy compared to a place like Denver, who's very artist focused. There's so many artists of all different kinds there.
Yeah, that's facts.
Way more opportunities to grow. So I think it propels it for sure. But Buffalo will always be home. I want to come back eventually. Yeah. As far as Lonely Cowboy in Denver, part of the reason why I want to buy the ambulance is so I don't have to get a studio out there, because rent, dude.
It would be crazy. Yeah. Fucking
nuts. I'm gonna plug this bad boy in. Getting a little chilly. But what have you been thinking about with Buffalo AF, and like, have you thought about growing the brand itself so it's not just determined on the Bill's success? Have you thought about doing any other business ventures? Because now that you have all this knowledge, dude, and all this experience, you could really take it any way you want.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's like off season, right? Off season, all my merch drops in the off season are kind of just Buffalo based. They're not really Bills based. Like most of my drops during the season are Bills related, but I don't know. I mean, I'm here for whatever. You know what I mean? Like some sponsorships and stuff like come through. I've denied so many.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's just like stupid shit, like CBD companies, and like I was just like shit that doesn't fit the brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like some shit I have done, like gambling shit. You know what I mean? Like shout out My Bookie. I did an ad for them. Shout out Wager Attack. I've done an ad for them. But like I don't know. There's a lot of shit that just doesn't really fit the brand, and it's just like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna fucking sell your bras. You know what I mean? Like stupid shit. But like, yeah, that's kind of like why I've taken the route of just selling merch. But also, I know it's not an actual like brand forever.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's not something like we said earlier. It's completely dependent on the Bills. Obviously, the Bills still kind of suck shit a little bit, but not as much as the 17-year drought.
Yeah, like
I'll still sell some shit.
Yeah.
But like not as much. Like it's completely dependent on the Bills. So I've taken up like shipping shit for other companies too, like fulfilling, creating websites, doing all sorts of shit. So I'm not gonna name who, but like creating merch for people because I've proven that I can do that, and I've proven that I can ship on time and ship in a good way. That I actually do that now for multiple websites. So I make the website, I make all their merch, and then I ship all their shit too.
Gotcha.
And manage their Shopify accounts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like in general, the overview thing is it's more of a business thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a Buffalo thing. And I love Buffalo F. It's my fucking baby. Like, if anybody talks shit on it, like, I'll fucking kill you. But you'll wake up in a ditch somewhere. But, you know, like, it's not the end of the world if Buffalo F comes to an end. And I've realized that before when I sold sneakers. I feel like we talked about that before.
In the first podcast we did.
Yeah. I used to sell sneakers. And
you're just an entrepreneur from the start.
Yeah. Like, I realized the sneaker world is, you know, coming to an end. And not coming to an end, but, like, the reselling world is coming to an end. I was talking about it with some people today, actually. And they're like, dude, Supreme is just loaded with shit. Like, there's no resale value on it at all. Like, it's going cheaper on resale websites than it is on their actual website.
Yeah.
You know, and, like, all the Nike shit is, like, same thing. Like, you can't resell this shit. Like, there's no resale value. And I felt like I got out of that world at the perfect time.
Totally. Got
into the Buffalo world at the perfect time. And sucks, dude, because I don't want to say goodbye to Buffalo F.
Yeah.
Trust me, I don't think I ever will. But like, it's like there's so many people who fucking make Buffalo merch and shit, and it's like
you're top dog though, for sure.
I don't know if I'm top dog, but like,
bro, I think you're running that shit.
I feel like my shit is the best.
I agree
personally, but I don't know if I'm top dog like sales wise. Like I don't know.
Well, I'm not actually. I think you're top dog in the sense that you're the realest and you produce the most content and you're really about it. Like I think
I'll give you that.
some of the other
Yeah.
people, their time will come when it's not going to work anymore.
I've seen it happen so many times.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I feel like that. It's just a matter of time, you know, before everything has an end date. Nothing lives forever. But it is what it is. I don't know. If it makes sense to keep going, I'll keep going. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
So my next question would be,
Yeah. In that Pepsi can.
let's say that not obviously this is not a correct actual end date, but one day when Buffalo AF ends, have you thought about continuing with content, continuing with the podcast, continuing with merch because you have all this experience, all this knowledge, and I think you for sure can build something that is like Buffalo AF, but it's not tied, it's not dependent on the Bills. You know, something that could be more of a longevity play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. I mean, I've made websites and shipped merch out for people like, I don't want to say like 6 other people, but I'm making more money off that than Buffalo AF.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, obviously we talked about Azuma before.
Mm-hmm.
That and like all this social media stuff, like, yeah. No, Buffalo AF is, I probably said this in the last episode, like, it's for fun.
Of course.
Yeah. It's for fun. It's literally a game to me, and it's like,
that's the best.
It's literally for fun, but it's like, you know, you wake up on those Sunday mornings at like 5 a.m. and you're like, fuck, dude, I don't want to do this. And, but like, it's a game. Like, in the back of my head, it's like a fucking game. It's like, all these motherfuckers don't want to do it. Like, I gotta fucking do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, I gotta fucking put it out there. I gotta do it. So, yeah. No, that's the fun thing about Buffalo AF is like, it's a fucking game to me. I know, you probably saw the fucking press conference where I was wearing a fur coat and a ski mask.
Bro, there was one like still where
shit is a game, bro. It's a fucking game to me, dude.
Dude, we haven't even talked about that. Let's talk about that. Fuck. I had that in my notes too. You have a 7-on-7 this Saturday against Stevie Johnson's team. What? So in the podcast that you and Dan just recorded, I didn't fully understand, but I picked up on that. Like Stevie Johnson is a team that has been playing together.
Yeah, so he runs like camps and stuff.
Okay.
They're called HBHF, Handle Business Have Fun, Handle Boys Have Fun, whatever it is.
Yeah.
In Buffalo, and like he has all these like athletes from high school, college, whatever, JUCO, and like he has pretty much, they hit me up. Like his main guy that runs those camps hit me up, and then Stevie hit me up, and it was like, he hit me up. He's like, bro, let's do a fucking 7-on-7 full contact game at Highmark Stadium.
Full contact.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Oh.
all right. I'm like, let's fucking do it. I'm like, how many players do I need? And he goes, well, we'll have a 15 to 20 player team, like, already ready to go. I'm like, I got nobody.
Oh.
All right. I'm like, I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Like, I'll find 15 to 20 people. So we got some of the meanest motherfuckers, and I'll shout some of them out. We got a few Buff State players, and it's funny because their quarterback was a starting quarterback for Buff State for a few years, and I know him from high school. Like, know him from a long time ago, And we tried to get him on our team, but he was already committed to their team, so whatever.
Damn.
He ran those camps and shit with Stevie, and he was already committed to their team.
Yeah.
So I was trying to get him originally. He's like, dude, I'm already committed to this team. Like, otherwise I would. And I was like, all right, it's all good. And then we got like Buff State's like number one receiver. We got another dude that's like a DB and a receiver.
Who's the wide receiver? You don't have to say.
I'm not gonna say their name.
Do you know?
But
What just happened? Are you talking to the mic again?
yep. Check. And connect.
Check.
Check.
Oh, there we go. Wide receiver for Buff State.
Okay. I don't know.
If you need someone, I can ask.
Might. I don't think
He's
we
a
will
big dude.
though. So what happened was I DM'd a bunch of random people. As soon as I heard, it was like 5 a.m. Right? I'm like, I read the message and I'm like, I'm down. You know, like I had nobody out for a team, and I told this guy, I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
And then I just started DMing random people. Nate Bernard, who was on Power Slap.
Oh, bro, let's talk about that after.
Okay. Nate Bernard, who was on Power Slap. Jeff Ngayu, who's like a Golden Gloves fucking boxer. He's just like a short, fast, athletic motherfucker.
He's from Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
He's got
So like,
hands.
I hit him up and he was down, and like, Nate Bernard was the first one to respond. He's like, dude, I'm in. Like, first person to say he's in. And I hit some of my former like college teammates up, and they're like, they live in Buffalo, so they're like, yeah, dude, like 100%, I'm down. So, and then like, I'll say this on camera since it's coming out Friday. It don't matter. So we got this dude at quarterback, right? So I told you we were trying to recruit their quarterback.
Yeah.
We were trying to recruit their quarterback, and he was already committed to them. And I was like, all right, whatever, fuck you. And we were trying to find a quarterback after that. We had some CFL dude that was like wishy-washy. We had a dude that played JUCO that was like kind of wishy-washy. And then we had this dude who was roommates with a guy that already committed. And he played DB at a D1 school. But he was like runner-up for the Conley Cup as a quarterback in high school.
Oh, damn.
Like, he was like number one in the state for a lot of things as a quarterback in high school, and he's still in amazing, like, way better shape than me. Like, fucking, he's ripped out of his mind. And I was like, dude, please come play. And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm in. So he's come to play as quarterback. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. And then Nate got a bunch of dudes. So I showed up to that press conference, right, with a ski mask and
Bro,
fur coat.
that was hilarious to see.
Dude, imagine if you were there. Like, there was all these fucking, no racist shit, there was all these brothers there. Right? And I'm like one of 3 white dudes there. And I show up in a fur coat and a fucking ski mask. And there's this one dude with like dreadlocks that had his ski mask like rolled up. Right? And like, I'm talking to those dudes afterwards. And he's like, oh yeah, I heard you got so-and-so on your team. I'm like, who? He's like, oh yeah, right there on the end of the couch. I'm like, look. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you don't even know who's on your team. I'm like, you're right, I don't.
Oh my god.
Fucking Nate recruited him, dude. Nate got him on he was like the number 1 receiver at Buff State.
Damn.
At the time he was playing, and he was on my team, and I didn't even know. I feel bad I didn't say hi to him, so shout out, bro. But
Damn,
yeah.
bro. So how many people do you guys have right now total?
we got I over recruited, you know what I mean? Like, I was telling people to bring friends, and like still I am, like, literally on the way here I was like yo, like, so and so DM me, and he's like, dude, I got my boy, he's like 6'2", he played at so and so, like, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, bring him, I got a jersey for him, like,
Damn.
whatever. So yeah, I'm just bringing in the best I can. I'm hoping I don't have to play as much, because like, I'm drinking right now. I'm a cramp addict, dude. I cramp like crazy. Like, my calves and my hamstrings just cramp so bad, and Yeah, I was just.
Just want to be the coach.
That's what I'm going for.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. But
So, are you guys doing that at Highmark?
yeah, we're doing it on the practice field though.
Damn.
Not in the stadium. But,
Still. So it's turf?
it's grass. It's grass. Yeah, it's grass. But we're doing 50 yards at Highmark. But like anybody can come. It's free, and yeah, it's gonna be lit, dude. We're gonna have speakers. Yeah. We're gonna fucking. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a lot of booze there.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna get fucking drunk. Yeah.
What time are you guys doing it?
So I play at 2 p.m.
Wait, are there more?
Yeah, there's a game before. There's like a prelim game of
Oh.
just like high schoolers like fucking around. I don't know. And then and then all the drunks come on at 2 p.m. We're gonna have like touchdown celebrations and like we have a ref and we have coaches and yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy. But
If I'm out of work, I'll definitely try and swing by. I don't know where. We have to demo a house. So
nice.
Might be a while. We've been rolling for a while.
Yeah, we have. I'm sorry.
No, dude.
I'm hooting and hollering here.
Bro, I could do this for hours, bro. I love this shit. But I don't know if that can do it for hours. So let's wrap it up. We can talk off camera for a bit if you want.
For sure.
But yeah, dude, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, wish you the best of luck this Saturday. I know on your podcast you and Dan were very adamant about winning.
Yeah, I don't need it. But thank you.
Any new drops coming up for December? They can find you at Buffalo AF. Instagram.
Yeah, Buffalo AF. Just follow the Instagram and you'll see the drops on there pretty much. But.
All right, we will catch you next time. Peace.